Hey, LinkedIn, how are you? This is Chris Schwegel with Infinite Skies, bringing performance psychology to real estate syndicators. And welcome back. It's so great to have this Wednesday live chat with you again. I took last week off because at this exact time, I was rappelling down a 100-foot waterfall in Costa Rica, which was pretty awesome. And I watched my daughter do it. And then I saw her climb up a cliff and jump off a 25-foot cliff into the pool. And I was having a call today, and someone said, "What do you think about your daughter jumping into a big old waterfall pool of water from that high up?" And I said, "Pura vida, baby." Yeah, she is a daredevil, and I was so proud of her for everything that she did. And so I thought today we could talk about vacations. Do vacations help you make more money? I don't know. I know that I certainly felt like I was losing momentum in my business. I felt like I was leaving money on the table, but also I felt rejuvenated. So, what does psychology tell us about that? And what I do in my role with performance psychology here is help you gain your mental edge in business so that you can earn more and feel better doing it. So I've got to give you a free resource right now. It's scrolling across the bottom. You can find it in my featured section of my LinkedIn profile, or go to infiniteskies.life/masterclass. And what you're going to do is you're going to get an email from me every single day for 3 weeks with a different topic that has to do with mental health and productivity. So these are ways that you can make more money and feel better and have better relationships all at the same time. Each one of these emails is going to be themed. It's going to be curated by me. You're going to get little tips and tricks. You're going to have some homework so that you can put this stuff into action. You're going to have the science behind it all. And every day you'll get a video from me. I had a lot of fun with those videos. So I hope you like them. But back to today's video. This is for everybody out there who's wondering if taking a vacation is just self care or if it actually helps you or hurts you in your business. So I had a lot of fun diving into the research here, and I'm happy to present it to you right now. So, what do we know about the psychological research on vacations? Well, there's some definitive truths here. We know that after you get back from a vacation, you'll experience an increase in productivity, an increase in attention, which I thought was interesting. You're also going to have an increase in creativity, and you're going to have an increase in physical and mental health. All of those things are these kind of soft skills or these hidden underlying superpowers that give you a mental edge in business. So, all of that is good. One last thing, it's going to decrease burnout. So there's an interesting study where they took a bunch of companies where people have unlimited amount of vacation time. And it seemed like there was just naturally kind of two pools of people. People who were like, "Sweet, I'm going to take lots of vacation. This is awesome." And then the other people who gave them the side eye, like, "I know it's free, but we're not going to do that here." And what they found out was the people who took vacations hung around longer. They weren't burned out. So it turns out vacations are good if you have employees. Give your employees time off because they will come back feeling better. They will come back feeling stronger. They'll have more attention, more productivity, and all of that supersedes their time off. So imagine this, if you have 52 days in a or 52 weeks in a year. So if you were to only work 50 of those weeks, you're cutting your potential productivity by 4%. But if you're increasing it 20% those weeks when you're coming back, you actually get a net gain on the year. Now, I did not experience these things. Since I got back on Sunday, we flew in at like 2 in the morning. I just kind of been a wreck, to be honest. Like I feel chaotic. Like I'm trying to catch up. Like I needed a vacation from my vacation. I just feel like I lost momentum, and I mean, we still have to unpack. I mean, we're crazy people here. We still have our Christmas decorations up. I mean, this is nuts, right? So I'm just feeling like the time that we took the vacation, plus the amount of the vacation, just kind of added some chaos. And my wife and daughter have had some like tummy issues since they got back. And of course, the dog is like, "Oh my goodness, I'm so happy that you're back home." Even the cat was excited to see us. So that post vacation kind of high, I don't know if I'm feeling it, to be honest, but that's just me. Okay, let's move on. What the heck does the research tell us about vacations and earning potential? Because that's what we're here all about. We're on LinkedIn to have friends, to meet people, to build community. Yes. But ultimately, we're here to make some money. So, what does taking vacations do to our earning potential? Well, let me hear. Check in notes. Interestingly enough, our earning potential goes up, job satisfaction goes up, engagement in the job goes up, creative projects goes up, which I think is fascinating. So, we don't do well as business owners when we get tied into the minutia, when we get into the weeds. That's where Parkinson's law comes in, and it takes us 3 hours to rewrite our LinkedIn profile banner or something like that. It turns out after a vacation, we work on higher order projects more than lower order projects. So we tend to work on the important things when we return back from a vacation, which I think is fascinating because as business owners, our job is to push that envelope with the big, sticky, messy items that usually move the needle in our business, but are the toughest to do. So when we clear our minds on vacation and come back, we're more likely to work on the hard stuff. Or as Brian Tracy would say, we'll eat that frog right away because, hey, we're coming here totally fresh, totally refreshed. Other things, people who went on vacations, they tend to rate their job as better. And as business owners, we have to take all of this research with a grain of salt because we're kind of our own employees and our own bosses. But if you're like me, if you love your work, if you love your business, you're going to find a little time to work on it. And so I think it's really important to note here that vacations are helping us in our business to make more, to be engaged, to work on the tough stuff, to be more creative, and to really put our best selves forward. So, last but not least, what is the ideal amount of vacations, right? You've got an unlimited amount of vacations. As a business owner, you could work or not work, whatever you want. You have to suffer the consequences of all of your actions. Every single second you spend of the day, every minute, every hour, it's tied to your ROI. So, with that said, what's the ideal vacation? And the research says, sorry, bud, I don't have any really good answers for you. I found one study that said that the optimal amount of physical and mental health rejuvenation you get from a vacation is after 10 days. That's an awesome vacation right there. We went for 9 days, and I could have stayed for an extra day, I think. We had a 10-bedroom house with 3 pools overlooking the ocean. We had a chef, Marcos, and his assistant, Marcella, cooking us food all the time. I could have stayed there another day. I mean, for optimum health, right? Of course, for optimum health. Other than he made like a chocolate lava cake for dessert every night. And since this is broadcast just me to you, I will say I indulged in the chocolate lava cake. It was bomb. And Costa Rican coffee, holy smokes, I had a lot of Costa Rican coffee. I love coffee. I love the weather too. We had 3 types of monkeys that lived in our trees. We had squirrel monkeys, white-faced capuchin monkeys, and we had howler monkeys. One day we were swimming and a sloth started climbing up the tree. Incredible. Incredible stuff. But back to the research here. Back to the research. Ideally, 10 days is the most for optimal physical and mental health. But get this, I found another study that said 2 days is all you need. In fact, taking frequent weekend vacations is optimal for overall job satisfaction. Isn't that interesting? I found another study that said 3 days is ideal amount of vacation. Taking a lot of quick or shorter vacations will help you more than taking longer ones. So for instance, let's say you take 2 10-day vacations in a year. I found a study that said you'd get more return on your vacation investment if you actually take 10 3-day trips. Hmm, I don't know. I also found one other research study that says it changes based on your weather in your home state. So I know when we left here in Minnesota, it was -7. And when we arrived there, it was 86 degrees. That's a pretty sweet swing. And then it got below zero here for 5 days in a row. I didn't care. I was smoking stogies in Costa Rica. I mean, of course I care, but our heat stayed on and everything's good. And now that we returned, it's like way warmer than normal. It's like 40 degrees outside, too hot, in fact. And so, what is ideal for you? I think depends on where you live, how you like to live your life, um, and kind of what you're measuring here. Are you getting on vacation to have something to look forward to? Cool. Maybe a bunch of shorter ones will work for you. Are you looking to get out of town for a long time and really disconnect? 10 days seems like the number. But one thing rings true throughout all this research is that we look forward to going on vacations. We get a pre vacation high. Just having something to look forward to is so important in life. And that's, I think, the biggest role here of vacations is to have something to look forward to. And it's interesting here how our memories are tied to vacations because our memories think that we're having a better time when we create more events. So think about your last weekend. If you didn't do much, your brain is going to say, we didn't do much. It seemed to last forever. But if you did a lot of things, it seems like it went by really quickly. And so your brain says, oh, I think we had a lot of fun because we did a lot of stuff. And our brain's like, we must have had a lot of fun because we did a lot of stuff. And I think that's where vacations can have a sneaky good effect on our mental health is we do stuff like ziplining or surfing or walking to town or watching a fight between an iguana and two monkeys or watching scarlet macaws fly overhead. All of those different activities create one more memory in your brain. And the more memories you have, your brain is tricked into thinking you have more pleasure. So there you go. Go out and take vacations. The resounding research says that taking vacations will help you feel better, will help you live a better life, will help you feel more satisfied in your business, and will help you earn more money. If you're stuck, take a vacation. You'll think about life differently. If you're feeling burned out, take a vacation. Give yourself a break. It's okay. It's 100% okay. In fact, psychologically approved, taking vacations will help you make more money. The last thing I'll say about this is that it was interesting doing this research because half of it was in an arm of psychology called industrial organizational psychology, which is the study of humans at work. And the other half of the research was in positive psychology, which is the study of humans at their optimal point. Interesting that vacations touch both of these things. Vacations help us live an optimum life and they help us earn more money. Why is that? I think this is just my opinion, but I think it's because we're meant to play. We're meant to have fun. We think of the best ideas when we're not trying to think of the best ideas. We have the most fun when we're connecting with other people, when we're laughing, when we're not thinking about budgets or spreadsheets or a social media content calendar. Go out there and live your life. Your business is going to thank you. Your brain is going to thank you. And then you're going to thank me. And I'll say, no problem. So I'll see you next Wednesday when we tackle into another topic. But remember, build your mental edge. Go to infiniteskies.life/masterclass or into my featured section on my profile. You can scroll down and get it right now. Build your mental edge so that you feel better, the people around you feel more connected to you, and hey, you make more money. All that is good stuff. Love you guys. Take care. I'll see you next Wednesday.